So, Warner Brothers just dropped a chilling new deleted scene from the Batman 2022. It's between him and Barry Keoghan's Joker. It's a full dialogue. We gotta talk about how there's a lot more to this scene than meets the eye. I'm also confident that I have puzzled out where this scene takes place in the movie. Let's break it down. Stay with me. So, first things first, we have to mark the fact that Joker says this is the first anniversary since Batman and Joker first fought, and we know that we are following Batman in his year 2 as the Caped Crusader in this movie, which confirms that in his year 1, Joker was one of the first, if not the first villains that he ever fought as the Batman. Joker even has a great line where he remarks Batman as normally so headless. So there is a lot of history there. A really cool detail all over this Joker's hands is that you can see the acid splash and marks all over the back of his head, his hands, his face. You can see that they really went in with his usual origin story of falling into that vat of chemicals, which made him into who he is today. Joker mentions how the Riddler has been planning this his whole life, how he knows almost instantly that this is personal for the Riddler, what he's doing, which we know to be true as we find out his motives are personal, going all the way back to his years in the orphanage where there was a lot of neglect to go around. Even when Joker mentions how he thinks Riddler believes himself to be wronged by everybody, we find that to be true, how even Riddler blames young orphan Bruce Wayne for his misfortune in his childhood. Joker mentions how Riddler's got the mayor and commissioner, which does put a timeline as to where the scene might be in the movie, likely just before Coulson's death at the funeral if Joker doesn't mention it here. This is just one indication. It even makes sense as the Batman is still trying to understand how Riddler thinks, meaning it is still relatively early in the movie, and if Batman doesn't know much about him so far, then that means that he hasn't been to the orphanage yet where Riddler grew up. So that is another indication that this scene comes very early on in the movie. Joker guesses that Riddler has a grudge against Batman too, which isn't false, but it is foreshadowing that Riddler does have a grudge against Bruce Wayne. Hey, you made it this far, you might as well subscribe if you're new, as well as hitting that bell for notifications so you don't miss another video just like this one as well. God bless. Joker said something very interesting with a piece of foreshadowing in there too, when he says that Riddler and Batman have so much in common, how they are both masked adventurers, and we know that Riddler to have the same opinion later on in the movie when Riddler relates to Batman, how he tells him that when the pair put on their masks, they become who they really are. This is their identity. Joker foreshadows that relation in this scene here, that connection, that thing they have in common. In fact, Joker spends the rest of the scene proving to Batman how he thinks that the corrupt people got what they had coming to them, how Batman may sympathize with this justice that Riddler's putting out. Now, Matt Reeves, director and writer of The Batman, did come out a few weeks ago talking about this scene in particular and told the reporter that this Joker really isn't quite the Joker just quite yet. He really wants these movies to be an origin story for Batman's extensive rogues gallery of villains, so the Joker that we get in this movie will likely get more development as the movies go on. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. What are your thoughts on this deleted scene? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I want to hear them. Thank you all so much again for watching and subscribing. There's more content coming your way weekly. Thanks all. Take care. God bless.